Hey, I'm Rob. Welcome to Reframe. When we're getting into a new skill set that we haven't explored before, a new instrument, learning how to record music, learning how to sing, when you're just approaching the skill as a beginner, we feel imposter syndrome. The feeling you don't belong. It might be a struggle to say, I'm a singer. I play guitar? Kinda. I am a singer. I am a guitar player. Those kind of statements are not yet tied into your identity. You haven't yet had enough experiences to justify that in your own psyche. In this video, I want to dismantle that thought pattern and essentially convince you that you are a musician, even if you haven't picked up an instrument yet. The key here is to merge the new skill into our identity. One thing you can do is use I am statements. When you say I am something for long enough, you become that something. I am a singer. Because your psyche starts to believe I am a singer. What you tell it. You literally gaslight your own psyche. I am a singer. It's great. And saying I am a singer is not completely untrue. I am a singer. Even though you might not have the technical ability to hit notes on pitch yet. I am a singer. Inside you, that singer exists. I am a singer. The passion, the desire to want to be a great singer. So therefore, I am a singer.
Confidence.
When you know you have a singer inside you, and that burning desire to be technically skilled is there, the only thing that's stopping you is your limiting beliefs. So we need to dismantle these limiting beliefs. I'm not that good. I started that thing last month and didn't complete it. I tried to do this, but it didn't go well.
So I'm a failure.
Our language and our thoughts, we stupidly affirm the undesired result. You want to be a singer, but you're now trying to prove to yourself that you can't do it. You're even giving yourself examples of when you couldn't do it in the past. These limiting beliefs are fundamentally flawed. There are people who are homeless and are now billionaires. I'm a good example of the person who could not sing. I remember when I was probably 11, I was in a fish and chip shop with two friends and they started harmonizing. They were like, and then they looked at me and I was like, and they just were like, what the fuck? But I knew that inside me, I was a musician. I just felt it that I had music in me. When I picked up the guitar, it suited what I needed at that time and allowed for an emerging voice to come through. So if I'd taken that situation and gone, oh well, the music must not be inside me, I must not be made to do music, then I wouldn't have a job right now. I wouldn't have a passion. I wouldn't have something that fuels my life. And that was a decision. We like to empower our limiting beliefs because there's comfort in laying back, not doing the work, because you couldn't possibly. Little do we know that it's actually a decision whether or not we want to believe the limiting beliefs. In that example, I definitely remember being like, wow, I'm not a singer. But I definitely had the belief that I could gain the skill to become a singer because I had the music inside me. So that was a decision, an intentional decision, because I wanted it. The desire was there. The first step is to acknowledge your limiting belief. When an emotion is stirred up inside you, like anxiety or fear, maybe it's trying to tell you that you have a limiting belief that maybe isn't true.
Your emotion is a cue.
So it's time to acknowledge your limiting belief. Write that shit down.
Limiting belief, I'm not able to learn how to sing.
Get it on paper, because when you see it in words, you go, that's a pattern of thought that I have, and therefore a behavior that I act out in the world. So once you've acknowledged your limiting belief, decide on the opposite. I no longer choose to believe that I can't learn how to sing. I can learn how to sing. I have the ability to learn how to sing.
Now write that down 5 times.
You may face some resistance to saying this out loud because it goes against what you've learned to believe from probably childhood. So you've decided on the opposite. And then it's time to look for evidence that the opposite is possible. Any skill that you have acquired that took persistence and discipline over time can be proof that you can learn how to sing. I have the ability to learn how to sing. I mean, I learned how to do the Rubik's Cube. I learned how to spin sticks in my fingers. I learned how to pole dance.
The footage here was tragically burnt in a house fire, so I couldn't include it here, sadly.
I learned how to dream.
If you can't yet think of evidence, this doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Sit with it for a bit. Allow your everyday life to provide evidence for this new belief.
Every time that you're triggered with that same emotion that you're used to, go, I acknowledge that I'm feeling this feeling, but the opposite is true because of A, B, C, which is the evidence. Once you do that enough times, you start to affirm the new belief. And when you pair this with I am statements, I am a singer, I'm a musician, I'm a songwriter, it solidifies a positive trajectory to making that part of your identity. And that'll help you triumph over any imposter syndrome that you might have as a result of being a beginner. I hope this video has helped reframe imposter syndrome. I'm Rob. Bye for now.